got problems in turn number 1. End over end action. 2 or 3 cars going up over the guardrail.
Incredible competition. And Schumann trying to work his way through the middle of the field. Look at that.
And Randy Kanzerbach snap rolls that car 3, maybe 4 times, and pieces flying off. The one wheel completely collapsed against the wall. Randy Kanzer upside down. The roll cage making contact with the dirt. Officials right on.
Seals comes around, seems to stop, and then a chain reaction as the cars pile in. Roger Hurst over the wall, through the fence. Bobby Marshall and Mike Thomas both flip. This calls for a slow motion replay and an explanation. Coming around for the start, Jimmy Sills in that new 31 car was having mag switch troubles all day. We found this out after talking with Jimmy Sills and the owners. As he goes through turn 4, he was under full power, coming down for the white line. Suddenly his mag switch quit working. The car actually stopped running. Ferkel, who tagged him in the rear end, give him a shove, got him gone again. But in the meantime, there's this full chain reaction of sprint cars piling into Rick Ferkel and the whole field behind him, and the melee is all turned around sideways. And then in the middle of all this, Roger Hurst comes flying around the corner, hooks a wheel in the 14K car, and goes end over end through the fence in turn 4 and into the grandstand area. Bobby Marshall also in the melee gets upside down, as does Mike Thomas, 37. But the Hurst car goes clear out and underneath the edge of the grandstand. And just luckily, nobody was in the area. Nobody, including the drivers, was injured in this spectacular crash at Knoxville.
4 spot away from Perry, and Woolley gets sideways, drives right into the side of Perry, and takes a tumble. Greg Woolley in 23W laying on its side. We can tell that Steve Perry is okay. Greg Woolley still in. He's out of the car. Both drivers are A-OK.
Now we've got a problem off into turn number 4. We go end over end as it's Rick Ferkel in car number 63 out of Tiffin, Ohio. And it looks like car number 3A, Steve Stambaugh out of York, Pennsylvania.
At this point, you have to really start spotting the road. Whoa, we almost lost another one.
Sammy Swindell, who's had bad luck at this track the last 3 times. We saw Terry Moore, number 12, smoking away. Yep. And now we've got a car going end over end in turn number 4.
John Johnson in the 1X race car. Come out of there, John.
Jeff Haywood, car number 8. Jeff Haywood has climbed the field after the checkered flag. He spins forward in his 3rd turn. Red flag. Armstrong. Look at Cole, he spins. He spins forward in his 3rd turn. We've got a car flipping right down in front of the grandstand here. We've got a car, 2 cars that have flipped together right down in front of the grandstand here. Well, they're working on... Jerry Stone flips it! Side of the fence. Jerry Stone flipped it, went clear over the fence, went clear out of the ballpark.
Parsons, who was entered at Long Beach, couldn't have had much worse luck there. While battling for 5th place, Parsons slams the first turn wall, flips end over end, but emerges uninjured.
Win in the other,
Steve Chassis Larry Martin quickly recovered from serious head injuries suffered when his overturned racer was struck by one driven by Jerry Russell. Bicycles and flips violently into the first turn fence, but Bob is okay. And Rich Vogler is launched over Brad Marvel's right rear while the two battle for 10th place. It's lap number 33. Bigelow moves high for the first time to pass Scott Edmiston and flips wildly into the first turn fence. Watch again in slow motion as Bigelow's left side tires launch him violently down the track. The car, entangled in the catch fence, lands on top of Edmiston's. Both drivers are reported okay. Each stands up nicely. It's a wild ride in turn 3, but Don isn't injured.
Trying to get in the corner, and I got pinched down to the bottom of the racetrack and had to slide the car sideways and caught a rut and it just tipped over.
The B main isn't kind to Denny Donaldson, who flips after hitting Scott Desane. The
for Kenny Haynes' wheel, then slams the wall. This wreck involved Kelly Kinzer, Todd Vance, and on the far right, Robert Smith, who went through the plywood fence. Smith suffered a broken vertebrae. With set over Mike Zeider's wheel and hits the wall. Another attempt to start the B feature. That same Scott Desane is up and over, and we're not through yet. On yet another attempt, Texan Gary Wright is flipping into the lower left of your screen. When this race
earlier, Gary Gray of Indianapolis, between turns 1 and 2, had his car number 83 hook on it. It went airborne right here, sailing up into the air, but it didn't flip. It did more of a pirouette as it went round and round. His arms and hands start to fly as he lost his grip on the steering wheel. The safety harness holding him inside the cage. Now as he comes crashing down, you'll see his head snap forward, bang off the dashboard or the wheel. The helmet came off. The car settled. He, for a moment, was unconscious. Regained consciousness, however. The crowd gets speed and a lot of savvy. And it is car number 8, Mac McClellan, going to the lead. And we've got a car flipping over in the first turn.